Hi again guys, it's Andy here from Awesome 3D Prints, back after the Christmas holidays with an instructional video this time, so you guys can hopefully help set up your new 3D printers you got for Christmas if you got stuck leveling the bed. If you like my videos guys, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, subscribe and tick the bell icon so that you get notified when I do a new video, and that would help us all out really. Anyway, here it is. This is how I level the bed. It's not necessarily how everybody levels the bed, but it's the way I level the bed and find it works for me. So I'll show you it, and then you guys can give it a try and see what you think. Let me know what you think in the comments. Cheers guys, have a good one. I'm seeing a lot of guys on the forum now saying that they're having problems. Obviously a lot of new starters out there and new printers and that find it difficult to level the bed. So here's the way I do it. Now a lot of you will say that's not the way you do it and you don't like it or whatever, but it's the way I do it and it always works for me. So you need to heat the bed, so always do the bed hot. So let me take this, go into your control box, go into menu, go down to control, go down to temperature, go down to bed. Heat that to whatever temperature you're printing at. If it's ABS, it will be hotter. If you're doing it with PLA, it will be whatever temperature you print with. I print PLA at 60 degrees Celsius, so I'm sticking my bed to 60. When that's up to temperature, we'll carry on the next step. So I'll wait for that to heat up, and then when it's hot, I'll come back and we'll go through the rest of the stuff. Right, now when you're at temperature, you need to home the your Z-axis and your Y-axis. So on your control box, hit your button, go to prepare and auto home. That will then cause the bed to retract and the Z-axis to come down. When you've done that, when that's homed, you go back into your box, go down to prepare, which isn't there at the moment, I have to wait for it to finish. There you go, that's homed. Go back into your box, go to prepare. And this is where it will differ for some people. You have got bed leveling, and then you've got level bed or level corners. I don't use that. I find that it takes too long, causes problems. I do it manually, so I go into prepare and disable steppers. That then unlocks all the stepper motors. So then we'll go to the bed. Hang on a second. And the way I do this, now you're disabled, is you can move the ones by hand. I find it's a much quicker method, a much better method than trying to use the thingy. Now people say, oh, don't move it by hand, you damage your stepper motors and all the rest of that. I've been doing this for years and I've never had an issue with it, so I would tend to ignore those people generally, but you're always going to get somebody that moans. Right, you need a piece of paper, and then take a piece of paper and slide it under the nozzle, pull the bed out slightly, position your X-axis roughly so it's in the corner, not bang in the corner, slightly further in, and move the piece of paper about. Now that is moving without any friction at all, which means you're too far away from the bed. So your knob underneath, wind it until you can feel drag on the paper, just a slight amount of drag to start off with. Then move it, once you've got that, move it across the other corner and do the same again. Again, there's no movement there again, so adjust the wheel until you can feel it dragging on the paper. Now when you're doing this, don't touch the frame. If you put any weight on either side of the frame whilst you're doing it, it's enough to make a big difference on the leveling, because it can push it off slightly and you can either end up overcompensating for it one way or another and throwing things off. So pull that back there. Again, this is off again, so adjust accordingly so you can just feel the drag. You can hear it as well, but you can just feel the drag on the paper. Then move this over here. Again, there's no drag at all, so adjust it until you can feel the drag. Make sure you take your hands off each time so they're not having any effect on the frame. Now there's drag on that. Now you think you're done. Most people think, right, I've leveled the bed, it's fine, I can carry on now, but that's not actually the case. You've leveled the corners, but every time you change one corner, you affect the others. So go back to the first corner where you started from again, and do it again. Now this is too tight. This is now, it's like I can hardly move the paper because I've done all the other corners. This one's higher up too, so you need to go through and do it again. So this time I need to bring this one down slightly, just to get enough drag. And then move across the other corner, and you'll probably see the paper rock up then. That's because it's too close to the bed and there's not enough room for the paper to move. So again, this is too tight, so you need to correct that slightly on this corner. Just so you've got a slight amount of drag. It doesn't have to be a massive amount. The more drag you put on it, the closer the bed it is, which will give you a nicer finish initially to a point, and then it'll go too far and you'll start getting bubbling and it not sticking to the bed and stuff. So that one actually there feels pretty good now, so I won't need to change that one. Over to on this side. It's pretty good, a little bit too close still, so a little bit, no, that's gone too much the other way, just a little bit of drag. Then when you've got it, go back to the first corner again and check it again. So now, because I've taken the other corners down slightly, there's not any drag on this at all. You just have to keep going backwards and forwards until they're all perfect. It can take 3, 4, 5 times until you get it right, but make sure you take your hand off the frame every time, otherwise it will affect the results. Slightly, oh, not too much of a way, that's it, and then over to this corner again. Slightly too much drag on that one. Now you've got to do this, like I said, with the bed hot, because the metal can expand and give you different results. If you level the bed with it cold, and then it heats up, the metal expands, it's going to be too close to the nozzle again and cause you all sorts of problems. So just keep going through until when you check the corners you don't have to adjust them at all. Once you've got that right, then the bed's level. It doesn't take long. Once you've done it a few times, you'll get it done in like a minute or two. Just go through them all. You find you adjust it less and less the more you go around. Now if you've done this as many times as I have, and you still find that your bed's not level, then what you might be looking at is you might have a warped bed, which is entirely possible. A lot of these come out with a warped bed. I don't think the glass is warped as badly as the other build surfaces that are available. I do believe the glass is slightly better, but you can still get high spots in the glass. I've had it myself on a different glass bed to this one where it was warped in the centre, and that was an absolute pain to level. It was just better to replace the glass and to carry on messing about. Now this here is feeling pretty good all the way around now. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that now. So that's it, that's the bed level. And then when you do your test print, you'll be well away. That's it, level, nice and easy. Do your print now and you should find it sticks no problems at all. People think that it's, you know, done all 4 corners, it should be level. It doesn't work that way, because every time you change one corner, as I said, it throws off the other corner, so you have to do it multiple times until you get it right. Once you've got used to doing it, it'll only take you a minute or 2 to finish off, and that's it, you're done. So anyway, good luck guys, and enjoy 3D printing. If you like my video, do me a favour, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, you know what to do, and subscribe to see more content and tick the bell icon so you get notified when I release a new video. Cheers guys, have a good one.